You seen that? UFC 254, £19.95 to watch it.
What?
£19.95 to watch UFC 254. I think you'll get on all the undercards with it.
20 quid?
Virtually, yeah. I don't know why they do the 5p difference. It just doesn't make sense. It's other football games as well.
It's ridiculous now. Like, honestly, can't we just have the games for free?
Yeah. Well, I watched this thing before, and it's like they're forcing fans out of football, but they've been doing that for ages. Like,
yeah, the moment they started pushing ticket prices up, it's just a one-way train all the way down.
Yeah. And we'll talk about this European Premier League on Friday, probably.
That is going to ruin football if that happens.
Yeah, well.
Because, like, how will League One and League Two work then?
Yeah.
Because you can maybe fit in the Prem and the Championship into, like, the top 3 European leagues, but you can't. Like, how? It's just not going to work.
Well, I heard this thing, the Champions League format thing runs out 2024. So people are saying this is going to replace the Champions League, and there'll be more games. So it'll be like a league, and then it'll be like rugby, where it's like the top 4 teams or something play each other in a knockout phase, and then the winner gets sorted out of that. But there's tons of ideas going around at the moment. I don't know what to believe and what not to believe.
I don't think, if anything happens, I don't think it'll be positive.
So yeah, it won't be good for football in general, not just English football. I think they might. I know this sounds weird. They might get rid of the Prem and just have the Championship and maybe create a new league, or just move everything.
That's what I was thinking, but like, you can't fit 20 teams from every country into one league.
Yeah, unless they'll promote some teams, maybe. Like one year they'll have 4 promotion teams. Say 5 teams, or I could say banana. No, yeah, I don't know.
I thought you said banana then.
I thought I said banana, but I didn't mean it. It's banana. Oh, Firmino, Minamino at the post. Good play by Liverpool. That.
There will literally only be the Champions League, though, won't it? If they do the top 4 teams.
I don't think they'll get rid of the Premier League, but I think it'll be like the Champions League, but you'll see it more often. It'll be like the Nations League. Nobody will want to see it when it's on.
Yeah.
I mean, people will want to see it, but I said this to Jason the other day. Next 10, 20 years, I'm expecting Liverpool United in Dubai at midnight or 10:30 at night for us. That's the way I'm seeing it going.
Yeah, it'll be Arab money, won't it?
Yeah.
That's where it's going, where the money is.
I mean, a ton of sports are already doing that. And I get like boxing and stuff like that because it's like world renowned and stuff like that. But go back 20 years ago, you weren't having Andy Ruiz fighting Anthony Joshua in the middle of Mexico. It would have been in America or UK.
Yeah.
I think with like all the owners, I think where all the money comes is like, I know United and Liverpool are both got American owners, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're all trying to make it a bit more like the NFL rather than the Premier League, and I think that's what everyone wants to stop from happening.
Yeah.
So,
like, I will get the bonus sort of. Like, I know it wouldn't be good for you, like me as a United fan, leaving the Prem. But if the top 5, top 6 teams did leave the Prem, that would make it more competitive, surely. Everybody would say Everton would win the league every year, but I think it would make it a little bit more competitive, maybe. I mean, it already is. Don't get me wrong, but like, if you've got like the teams that are around the same, and not like Liverpool are all the way up here, and then I don't know, Fulham who are all the way down here, they're gonna get. You can tell what it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Football's always about like surprises and stuff like that, but you know that Liverpool are gonna win the majority of the time, like 9 out of 10.
Well, I mean, Leicester was a complete surprise, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
Sheffield and Wolves, they've all done pretty well for themselves.
Yeah.
And I just think if you take the top 10 out of that, it'll just make that so much harder.
Yeah.
Like it'll be so hard for teams to progress further than that. It'll just be like another championship. You
Yeah.
move it like from the championship, which is like probably harder than the Premiership to get promoted to. Yeah, it'll be hard. The Championship is harder to get promoted into than the Premiership is to do well in.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just don't think that taking the top clubs to Europe and just using that as a league would be very good.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm in the last minute of stoppage time. Is it 5 or 3 minutes on? I think it's 5.
5 minutes.
Yeah. 2 minutes left for me. Or a minute.
Alex, how do you think it should work?
Well, I mean, if they did make the Super League and then the top 6 teams did leave, I mean, there'd be a lot of debate over who is actually in those top 6 teams, because last season you would have said Leicester were a much better team than Arsenal and Tottenham, and then there's all like that controversy over who should actually be in it. But then after that, if they leave, yes, it'll be much more competitive. But for us, we'll be like, yeah, we won the league, but the teams that we would have been competing with are no longer in it. So, like, what's the point in winning the league?
Yeah.
And it would just take all of the excitement out of fans that do support those top 6 teams, because if they're not the best in that Super League, then they're just going to keep coming near to bottom. Then if they are the best, it's just going to be every week playing the same team over and over and over again.
Well,
and yeah,
Dan, you said about like the massive gap between like Fulham and Liverpool.
Yeah.
But do you not think there's just going to be a huge gap between, well, Barca and I don't know who's like 4th in like the Dutch leagues now?
Well, if you talk about Barca, like you get rid of, for this European League, you get rid of Atletico, Real, Sevilla maybe, and Barcelona. Then you've got probably quite a fair La Liga. Maybe there'll be the odd team that's probably better, but you'll always find that in football.
Yeah. I just don't know how they'd manage promotional relegation. Like,
yeah,
they have to introduce a way for some other teams to get promoted into it, so that you can put Leicester and go into the European League.
Yeah.
How do you do that if you have 6 teams from each league in there? How would you relegate a team from a league? If the top 6 teams from the Prem go to this European League, how would you relegate? I don't know, 2 of them.
I don't think there would be any relegation.
So they just stay there forever.
Yeah, basically.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not sure forever, but I think it would be something like that because it's a money league, isn't it? Like, if United get relegated, then it's a massive loss for the European Premier League, whatever it's called, because they'll want to keep them in it, even though they're going to get relegated or lose. And it's not like they're going to get relegated to the Championship, is it?
But I mean, also every other league, like just as a league by themselves, going to lose a lot of money because all the best players in the world will want to play in that Super League, and that means like if you do end up getting like a world-class player at your club, and then you want to
be snapped up straight away, won't they?
He doesn't play in the Super League, so.
Yeah, well, we'll save it for the podcast on Friday. We have spoken a bit about it today, but it's good to speak about it.